Okay, our next video is how to create an assembly in Autocad Inventor. So starting with your software already open like we did in the first video, we're going to come to New. And now we are going to choose a standard.iam. So that's IAM, the A is for assembly. An assembly is where you can take multiple parts, put your multiple parts into an assembly, and then assemble them together. So we have already created a cube. We are going to place our cube, so you will need to choose place, not place from center, but regular place. And we're going to find the cube that we made. So that should be in Google Drive. So if you look, it is under My Drive. It's all the way at the very bottom, so you may have to scroll down. And it's still called a honeycut cube. So it's your first letter, last name, and cube. We're going to select this cube every time. We will not make another cube. Okay, you will now see that the cube is attached to my mouse. All right. Now we need to look at our prototype photos. So our first piece that we made for our prototype puzzle should have 6 cubes in it. All right, so we are going to click 6 cubes. So left click, and then to zoom out, just use your mouse wheel. Left click, left click, left click, left click, left click. So now I have 6 cubes. All right. To get rid of this, right click and OK. We now need to attach these cubes to one another to form our piece. So you cannot just stick them near each other because that doesn't work. So we are going to use a tool called joint. So here's the tool that we are using. Every single time that we use the joint tool, you do need to make sure that you are hitting in the center of the cube. If you hit in the corner, that means the corners will touch, and that is not what we want. So you are going to build your prototype piece. I am just going to show you how to build a random piece. Do not build the same piece as me. This is just showing you the tool. All right. So I want to attach these 2 pieces together. Click apply. I want this piece to touch here. Click apply. I want this piece to touch right here. Click apply. And now I don't know how to do this, but I need to attach this guy to the back side of this piece. How should I move it? Well, I'm going to show you. Right over here on the cube, we are going to do we're going to use the orbit tool. Okay, so this pops up on our screen. I can then move the entire piece until I see the opposite side. All right, then I'm going to click that to turn it off, and I'm going to say, okay, I want this guy right here. All right, click apply, and then I'm going to say I need this guy to go right here. Okay, now I click OK so that all my joints are secured. Next, this looks weird. How do I get it back to normal? Over on my view cube, I hit the little house that brings everything back to the center of the screen every single time. So to color your piece, you're going to click and drag over top of the entire piece until everything is selected. You're going to use the little rainbow orb that says adjust, and you can then make it any color that you need to fit your prototype. It must be the same color as your prototype. So I'm just going to make mine orange. If I need to make it brown, choose orange and then move this little wheel towards the black, and that will create brown for you. If you need black, you're going to select it all the way down at the bottom, and then if you need white, you're going to move this all the way to the top. Okay? So once you have found your color, just hit the green check mark. I need to do 2 things. I need to save this file first, so I'm going to hit File, Save As. Make sure you are in your drive, so it should say My Drive right here. I'm going to call this A Honeycut Blue, because this is my blue piece. Okay? Whatever color it is, name it that color. So first initial, last name, and then color. Then you're going to hit Save. Right up here, this changes, so I know that my file is saved. Now I need to take a picture of it for my digital pieces page. So that is different than saving it. So what I want to do is I want to come to View. I want to turn the shadows on. See how it gives it this 3D appearance? And then I want to turn the reflections on. Okay, so make it look nice and professional on the screen. Now I'm going to hit File, Export, Image. Also save in My Drive. You can save it as the same file name, but the type needs to click and change to JPEG. Okay? If it is not a JPEG file, it will not upload into your Google Site Digital Pieces page. So then hit Save. So I have done two things. I have saved the file and I have technically photographed it for my Digital Pieces Google Site page. After you do this, you can then X out of your file, start a new assembly to create your other 4 pieces.